What's up, guys? This is Sullivan. I was giving my latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 100. This is the 100th episode of Super, and they decided to make this episode hold a lot about Carol. If you know who Carol is, she's the female Super Saiyan who's friends with Caulifla. She's the other Saiyan. She's the other female Saiyan from Universe 6. That Cabo came in. This episode, was really about her a little bit, and we get to see her unleash her power for the first time only not as you expect, you know? And it was a very crazy episode. Anyway, let's get started. This episode started off, we're reeling with the fact that Krillin and he had his hero moment. He had his moment to shine, like literally in the sun. Only to have it literally snatched out from under him from that Frieza wannabe Frost. That Frieza doppelganger. It's pretty messed up, And he had his moment. He was so good, Everybody's reeling. Beerus and Shin, the Supreme Kai, they're pissed. Everybody's wondering what they should do, Roshi kept them, level-headed, to just cut their one man down should mean they're like down, So they should just keep going, and they all do, everybody. 17's like, you're pathetic, and 18's like, you call yourself my husband? What was all that money you spent on the training equipment for? Everybody's pissed now, they're trying to deal with the situation as it is, The fighting still continues on. We get to see that the Vegeta is still having difficulty dealing with Botamo Magetta, Botama and Magetta, those guys, those two big guys from Universe 6 who become this tag team. It's really one giving the other a piggyback, while the one guy attacks the other one, covers his ears to make sure he doesn't, hear insults, because insults are his weakness, which is pretty ridiculous. Because, and we get to see as Dean's regress, we get to see that everybody's trying to focus on all sides. Like, for example, we get to see that how she was being taken apart by these guys from Universe 10. I could tell they're from Universe 10 because one of them is that sumo guy, how she tries to go in for the punch, how one of them uses like fish face, and just grabbed her mouth, her hand with his jaw. It's kind of like reminds me of John Zoidberg from Futurama. He's like the Zoidberg of this group, Well, and they both go together. They both try to beat the crap out of Kale, turn her into a human punching bag. She lost his consciousness. She still doesn't awaken her power. Eventually, Cauilfa comes in and saves her butt, from what's happening, Well, it's pretty intense as you see this, She does her best, she gives it all her out. She goes Super Saiyan. She even managed to knock both of them down, They gave her a bit of a fight, but she managed to counter back. She managed to, have to keep her mind focused. And she was able to use her powers, quite effectively. She punched one guy right out of the ring, and there was that sumo guy who tried to, like, literally pick her up and tried to sumo his way, off the ring. Remember, flying is illegal, but unfortunately, she saw this coming, and she used his weight to her advantage and literally tossed him off. Saying, in his last word, "It was a pleasure." She knocked him out. After that, she went to go check on Carol. Carol, she still didn't transform, but Cauilfa still says that she believes in her. So she's not like down and out, like right. But they're still in the tournament, and they turn their attention to Goku. And Cauilfa's curious. What was that other Super Saiyan transformation, Super Saiyan Blue? Saying, teach me that trick. Like, the way that her and Goku, like, react to each other, It's obviously they both love fighting. I mean, like, they're definitely tough when you see to this. However, their personalities are very different. Like, they're both awkward and unique in a sort of way, And it's way different than before, Like, the way we two react on each other, and especially Goku, like, when she asked him straight up about Blue, and Carl was, like, trying to calm her down, saying, teach me to it as thanks for trying to beat you up and stuff like that, But she said, but Goku tells her that you're not ready for Blue, not yet. The form you really want is something else. You want another form. And then she does the Trunks move. She does the trick where you use Super Saiyan to pump up all your muscles, and you're super strong, but you sacrifice speed. Goku saw this coming and just sidesteps her, And the way Goku's like playing with her, it's obviously she's awake. She knows about Super Saiyan, but she doesn't know all there is about Super Saiyan. He can tell right away. And the way he's like dilly-dallying and around her, trying to tease her, it's like he's letting a good fight on it, but he's also teaching her how to become Super Saiyan. Like the way they are. Beerus is not having it, and he's still pissed about Krillin being Lady Champa, it's like egging him on, he doesn't want to argue with him, But the way he is, Goku, he's having a lot of fun, and so is Caulifla. Sorry, it's a mosquito. And Caulifla, the way they react to each other is kind of like they're the same person, They both have the desire to fight, eat food, and they're very awkward around each other. And the way he's taunting her, he started to teach her how to become Super Saiyan 2, and she does it. Like, she said she did it once. I think that was back when Carol first went on a rampage. Like, she has potential. And the way she did it, she handled it right off the back, and now that she seems to be going, like, back to back, The way they fight, back to back, there seems about even, but she doesn't have any Super Saiyan God power inside of her. She doesn't have it, but and the way they fight, it's like they want to enjoy their fight just one on one. They don't want nobody else getting in their way. And everybody's still like dealing with their fights. Vegeta dealing with Botamo Magetta and what you call it, Hit from Universe 6 eliminated one of those robot guys from Universe 3. He gave him a choice, like he choose to go off the ledge willingly, or I'll knock you off. Which is pretty dramatic. Like he's just so badass. But then things start to turn crazy, like, and when Carol starts to step in and try to help Caulifla, in the fight, with Goku. But Goku tells her, "Hey, you there? Can you please stay out of it?" And Carol even asked Caulifla, "Am I being a bother?" And she just turned her head, like I don't care right now. Like I want to be focused on this fight. And that's when her power awakens. Not because she got hurt or insulted. She got hurt because she thought that her feelings got hurt. That her feelings got betrayed because this guy, Son Goku, took away her best friend away. And that's how she awakened her power. Everybody's reeling from the roar that she has. Like it's definitely like Broly's transformation. As she compresses power and transforms. And from the way Goku talks, it seems like there's definitely no Broly in this universe. Broly is not canon, but like Cleffa, it's like their way of, it's like Dragon Ball Super trying to make Broly canon as well. A female Broly, and the way she transforms is like Son Goku, Goku kill. Like she goes hulking rampage. She literally stops all the fighting around him and just goes berserk. And just goes straight at the Goku. And her moves kind of mirror that of Broly, like the way she just uses her body, her arms, and even her chest to like try to counter any attack. And the way her moves just don't, affect anybody. The way her moves just don't, just knocks people down. Like I remember this way back when Turles, had said that his son had become the true Super Saiyan, the killing machine. And Vegeta said that this may be the true Saiyan's true form, And this girl Caulifla, she's in her hulking force. She's like literally he can't, control her power, And Goku even went Super Saiyan 2 for a second, even went Kamehameha, but to no effect. Like how powerful is this girl? Like to able to like block Super Saiyan 2? They just made her ridiculously strong, for no reason. But to give us like this Broly-esque character. I don't hate it, but the way that they awaken her power, she awakened her power out of like basically jealousy, which is pretty intense, And everybody's like really, how do they stop this? Like her power goes on such a rampage. Not only was she able to stop Goku, like who's Super Saiyan Blue, but also his Kamehameha, and right blank in her face, like her strength is beyond unbelievable. And what will happen if she were to like control that power at some point and actually reach Super Saiyan God at some point? She'd probably surpass Goku, which would be like that is a very scary thought, Everybody's wondering how they're gonna stop her in this Hulk form, you know. And she literally goes on a huge rampage. Like she literally destroys the stadium and knocks a couple of the competitors literally off the arena. You know, the entire landscape of the arena has been changed to nothing but rubble. You know, she even makes like a use her power to create a mini mountain. You know, when she stands on top and launch multiple energy blasts. You know, and it's really reminiscent of Broly's in a way. You know, just a lot more intenser. You know, and like everybody's trying to running, you know, it's definitely a scary thought. Like and she doesn't care who she hurts, you know. Like, like her rage, literally everybody's her target. But even though her main focus is Goku, like her main target, like she's literally destroying everything. And like Zeno-sama's, you know, the two Zeno-samas, they're like, you know, like oh amazing, you know, I never see anything like this, you know. And her rage is literally towards Goku, you know. Vegeta even calls her a monster. But the only time that she is stopped, is when one of the Pride Troopers, Jiren, and gets in, you know, he decides to do this, and he decides to step in. This is after one of his other Pride Troopers uses his Justice Whip, you know, I think his name was Russ or something, this lizard-looking guy. He uses it, Kira, and she breaks it and then knocks him off, you know. We don't even see how the guy gets knocked off, you know, he's just, you know, knocked off. It's just like a second. We don't even see the impact, you know. Gold is just gone, you know. But the way he steps in, you know, like Jiren, he just has to step in. He has his arm crossed, you know, and he just comes in when she's giving out this loud roar, and she just he just decides to take her out. And he did it so fast. Even like Hit, who's who's supposed to be like the strongest warrior from Universe 6 is like scared, a little bit worried, you know, and the worried because if she keeps killing, you know, if she kills somebody, she's gonna be disqualified, you know, and this guy just does nothing but hits her with an energy blast, knocks her far away. It's like it's over. Yeah, like he just knocks her right into the sky, and this is just him just showing how strong he is. I bet this wasn't even like half his strength. I think it was never his full strength. Like Jiren, he's so strong, you know. We knew when he was going in this tournament that we were gonna see ridiculously strong characters, like people we never seen before, literally go all out, you know. And this guy literally calmed down Kara in her hulking Broly form, you know, and he did it without batting an eye. Of course, Kara's not eliminated, but she may fight again, you know. She may fight again at one point, you know. And the thing is, her power awakened. Like that's one of the things that got me like hooked on this, cause that got me like a little bit confused. Cause her power awakened because of jealousy, you know. Like it was jealousy and her emotions that triggered her transformation. And I remember like Broly had trouble with his transformation too because his Saiyan rage was uncontrollable. Because remember, both he and Goku were born on the same day. He reacted to Goku's crime, which is a lot of fans think was a stupid reason. It's like they're connected, you know, and like they have a link. But that's just you know what you call it, a moot point. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. This was a good episode. I liked it. You know, sort of. Even though you only got to see a bit of Carol's rage, you know, her power awakened because of her emotions, you know. If she can control her power and her emotions, she could be an unstoppable force. But if she continues to like, you know, not to like, if she continues like to like, just let her power dominate her, she will never have full control over it. She just become an unstoppable machine that will just kill until there's nothing left, you know. And this girl surpassed Goku Super Saiyan Blue, you know. Imagine she achieved Super Saiyan God and 2 or higher, which is like ridiculous. I can't wait to see how that happens, you know. And that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed the next one. Comes back. Thank you. This is Solomon. Gave a latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 100. This was a good 100 episode. Bye.